Coach, why do men push good women away? Okay, let me tell you. Number one, he pushes her away because he doesn't want to elevate. He doesn't want to become a better version of himself. And he realizes that if I stay with this particular woman, I gotta be better, and I'm unwilling to sacrifice that. Number two, he's intimidated. See, many men are intimidated by a woman, number one, who knows who she is. Number two, she is secure in her right, in the woman that she's become, and she does not need him for her happiness. She's already happy. She just wants to be in a loving relationship, and he's intimidated by that. Number three, she cannot be controlled. Men push away women who they can't control, especially if they have those controlling behaviors, those narcissistic behaviors, when they can't control you, when you are a critical thinker and you think for yourself, they will push you. Coach, why do men push good women away? Okay, let me
Very, very good question. Listen, it's not about you. It's not you. There's nothing wrong with you. Some men, they can't handle strong women. They can't handle women that they cannot control. You're just too good. You know how to plan. You always put him in order. You're telling him how to, about his career, what he needs to do to be a better man. He feels intimidated. Listen, don't change who you are, because there's a man for you out there that will really appreciate you. A man that is looking for a woman like you, a woman that have values. Men like that, they love women that they don't have value. All they want from you is sex, but you're more than that, and that's why you're having the problem. You are a good woman, so don't think it's about you. Don't look at yourself and say, why am I always like this? No.
Sometimes I hate when men are asking for good women in their life, and then they get one, and then they fumble the bag. They take this woman, very good woman. She takes care of you. She nurtures you. She gave you her heart. She gave you her body. She literally gave you her soul. And instead of treating her like a queen, you destroy her. You destroy a good girl. And now it's hard for her to love again. It's going to be hard for her to trust people again, because she opened up and told you all her secrets. A good woman is hard to come by, but when you have one, why would you destroy her? How could you take the time and you did everything you wanted and then you just let her go? I don't understand today's society. A good woman is so hard to find, and for us men to know that, we appreciate them. You devalued her. You destroyed her, and now she's never gonna be the same, bro. What's this society come to? Your plan was to hurt her. Your plan was never to marry her. Your plan was never to tell you, I love her. You destroyed her. Now, she doesn't know how to be back the same way she was when she first met you. It's hard, man. Good women are hard to find, so please treasure these women, because us men, we will treat them like a queen while y'all treat them like peasants. It's crazy what we live by.
It's always easy to break up with a good girl. And this is the thing. Guys will easily break up with a good girl because they know that you're a good girl. They know you're not going to go out tomorrow and go talk to 10 dudes. They know that you're going to be upset. They know that you're going to be crying. They know that you're going to be hurting in your heart because you love them so much. They know, and they have that sense of security, but it hurts them a lot later. It destroys them later, because the first couple months they know that you're sad, and they're going to expect you to reach out to them, and they're going to expect you to beg and cry and plead and just be by yourself at home. They know that you're going to do that because you're the good girl. But when they start to let the time pass, 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, a year, they start to get a little concerned when they don't hear from you, when they don't see you, when you're looking better, when you're eating better, when you're reading more books, when you're traveling, when you're taking care of your health, when you're taking care of your skin, your nails, you're really living life in passion, you're bettering your career. They start to understand, like, yo, did I mess up? Did I do something wrong? When they don't hear from you for like 6 to 8 months, that's where they really start to feel that pain, because in their head they're solidifying, wow, she really doesn't need me. Wow, she might be talking to somebody else. And that reality destroys them. The good girl is easy to break up with because she's going to always be loyal, she's always going to be trustworthy, she's always going to be someone that you can rely on to not go out here and talk to a bunch of guys. That's the thing that guys fear the most. But when you do that, when you go talk to a bunch of guys, they feel more reassured in what they did. But when you do nothing and you just better yourself and you stay calm and you let those emotions just kind of ride out and then you really focus on your life, that's where they really realize they messed up.
Why a lot of men don't appreciate good women. Point blank, it's the way guys view relationships. It's our mentality for looking at a long-term relationship and not appreciating it and not wanting it. A lot of guys, and they're not gonna tell you this, but we have a syndrome where we always want the next best thing. Especially if I'm a young guy and we build a relationship, we get comfortable. What happens is like, all right, I know what I have now, but what else is out there? Is there something out there that is better? The other problem is a lot of guys have it so good. We meet so many girls that are willing to be very loyal and good to us. So I think what happens is a lot of girls meet a lot of shitty dudes where a lot of good guys meet a lot of good girls. So we don't get caught up in the mindset of, oh my God, they do so much for me, because we're like, you know what? The next girl will do so much for me too. So if you're wondering why he doesn't appreciate you, 1, he's oblivious. 2, he feels like he can get it elsewhere. And 3, he's not ready for a long-term commitment.
It's always easy to break up with a good girl. It's really easy for guys to break up with girls because they know you are good. You're not going to go out and party and look for another guy right away because you're going to be hurt. You're going to be too busy missing him. He knows this. That's why it's so easy for him to break up with you. Here is where he may have made a mistake and why you should always keep this in mind. He's going to go out and live his life for months and months and months, and a
man is always going to miss the woman that he mistreated. So every man, they always regret the good woman that got away. They always regret the woman that they did not appreciate at the time, and then when she left, now it's like, wait a minute, she's gone and I don't know what to do, right?
If every time your woman comes to you with the concern that she has with you, and you dismiss that concern and you invalidate her thoughts, you invalidate her feelings, you invalidate her experience, you invalidate her concerns, you are slowly pushing her away, and eventually you are going to lose her. Don't forget, she's experiencing you. Okay? The side of you that you don't see, the side of you that everyone else doesn't see, she's experiencing you. The way you communicate with her more than likely may be different from the way you communicate with other people. The type of connection you have with her may be different from the connection you have with other people. Don't forget, she's seeing you from an objective standpoint. So instead of you invalidating her, maybe you should sit up and listen to her. Instead of you believing that you're Mr. Perfect and you're Mr. Always Right, you may want to listen to her and see what it is that you can fix before you end up losing that woman and you end up not having a chance to fix that relationship. You may want to listen to her and see what it is that you can fix before you end up losing that woman and you end up not having a chance to fix that relationship.
Men don't push away girls who care about them. Men just push away women that they don't want to be with.
Let's talk about it, ladies. And this is true. I've had a lot of women tell me, oh, I cook, I clean, you know what I'm saying? Whenever he needs me, I'm there for him. But he just pushes me away. The simple fact is, you're the right package at the wrong address. Doesn't matter what you do. If he does not see fit that you are the person he wants to be with, he's going to treat you the way that he sees fit to treat you. So it don't matter how much you love him, how much you appreciate it, how much you show him. Like, if you're not the woman who he wants, your love will never be just enough for him. It will never validate him. He will always need more from someone else, and it's normally the person who he really wants. Or if that was the case, he would be with you. Men who know they have a good woman, somebody who's trying to be there for them, they're not pushing them away. They're going to let you be there. And if they have issues that stop them from doing it, they're going to communicate those issues with you if they want to grow as a man. But only boys do this. But y'all not going to listen to me.
Why men hurt amazing women they care about? 1. He suffers from low self-esteem. When he feels miserable, he takes it out on you by hurting you emotionally. 2. When he was little, he observed how his parents interacted and he adopted some of the behaviors. 3. He has a personality disorder which makes him hurt you as a way of manipulating you.
A lot of relationships actually find themselves in this scenario. Like, you will be dating a guy, like, you guys are so cool, your relationship is progressing, and you as a woman, you think that this relationship is actually going somewhere, like somewhere promising. Then all of a sudden, this guy begins to develop a certain attitude. Sometimes you call him, he does not text back. Sometimes you actually, call him and he tells you that he's going to call you back, and he ends up not even calling back. And when you as a lady calls him back, he gives excuses of the reason why he didn't call back. He might even tell you that he didn't call back because of work, he didn't call back because of so many things, like these are just the signs. I was talking to a lady the other day. She told me that she have actually been in a relationship with her man for like past 5 years. They've been in a relationship together, and all her hope was, okay, since the relationship is up to 5 years, they're going to end up maybe getting married. She's practically living with this guy, and all of a sudden someone that she is living with decided to travel, comes back, and everything changes. She's good, she cooks for him, takes care of him, she also works, bring money home, all of the good things, all of the good women, loving him, believing in him. But this guy ended up impregnating someone else, but without her knowledge. And that is when he started pushing her out. He even went as far as leaving the house that he rented, for them to stay together, because the house is about to, the rent is about to, and she was like, what is happening? She was, trying to blame herself. Maybe there's something that she's doing wrong. Maybe she's the reason why this guy is pushing her out. Maybe she's doing something, wrong. She, confided in me. I told her that, babe, you are okay. You are beautiful. You are hardworking. You are a loving woman. And all of a sudden, this guy saw all of the attributes in you. This is what exactly attracted him to you. But all of a sudden, he's now, withdrawing himself from you, trying to give you excuse upon excuses. That means you are too good for him. You are too good for him, and he cannot actually, compute it with that. He wanted someone that is not good for him, because he himself, he knows that he is too bad for you. So he is actually looking for something that complements his kind of person. He's so scared of your progress. He's scared the way at which you are too perfect. So he sees you as someone that's going to make him a better person, but he do not want to be a better person, because him seeing himself turn into a better person means that you are in control, and men do not want that. They don't want this. So I try as much as I can to and she was like, okay. One thing led to the other. That was when all of the rumor and speculation that he got someone pregnant. And the thing is that he has actually been in a relationship with the other person. That's 3 years. But this lady, he's been in a relationship with him for 5 years. So 2 years into the relationship, he already got someone else that he's dating. Then that's when he starts giving these other ladies, some attitude, pushing her out, making her to question herself, to question if, she is the problem. Sometimes he even blames her of being too available. He needs space, all of that, But these men are the same people that want you to actually give them, all of the time that you want, and all of a sudden, you are now, too available. Like, it is actually not your fault. It is the fault of the said guy who actually say that you are too good for him. So he'd rather be with someone that will destroy him the most than to you, or to be with you that will actually make him a better version of himself. Anyway, love this. Leave your thought in the comment section. Subscribe if you're here to do that. And I will see you, love this, when I upload the next one.